So our next objective is how to find the equation of a quadratic function from a graph. So, okay, let's first start by looking at the graph. Here's my not so pretty looking parabola graph, but first of all, let's find our x-intercept on the graph, which we can see on our graph. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 0 on our x-axis, and 1, 2, 3, negative 3, 0. Just by looking at the graph and knowing our x-intercepts, we already can make a quadratic function. However, let's still look at our y-intercept, which is also helpful in order for us to build our quadratic function. And here our y-intercept is 0, negative 15. And here's our little vertex, which is 0, negative 16. Okay, so let me zoom that in a little bit more so you could see what I'm doing. Dun-dun-dun. Okay. From the beginning, we can build a factored form of our quadratic equation by knowing our x-intercepts. So factored form. So our x-intercepts are negative 3 and 0 and 5 and 0. So let's put that into the factored form, which is f of x equals x plus 3, x minus 5. Okay, so we already know how to do that from our previous video. So here's our quadratic function. However, from that we can also make it as a standard form standard form quadratic function. So let's do it in another color. X and x squared, x times a negative 5, which is negative 5, x, and then we do 3x plus 3, and then we do 3 times 5 is 15, and we also can still simplify that. Negative 5 plus 3 minus 2x minus 15. Okay. So we got our standard and factored form of from our graph. And remember how I said that the y-intercept in our standard form function is this last number. And by looking at our graph again, we can see that the y-intercept is 0, negative 15. So, it matches up. So it's good. So this is how we can find a quadratic function by looking at the graph.